Fox News alert, former Trump associate Roger Stone is in court right now, where he will be going before the same judge as yesterday Paul Manafort went before for his prison time. His trial date was just announced. Roger Stone's a few moments ago, set to begin this November 5th. For more on all this, let's bring in Mercedes Colwin, a Fox News legal analyst. Mercedes, good morning.
Good morning.
Could perhaps what we saw happen yesterday in the courtroom with Paul Manafort foreshadow what could happen here?
What's interesting, because Manafort's lawyer has already been very public about how aggressive, unusually aggressive, this particular judge is. And that's something that he spoke about yesterday. So we could see that. One of the biggest concerns the defense attorneys had today regarding Stone is whether or not he would be held in contempt of the gag order. The judge was very clear the last time they appeared before court. You are not, Mr. Stone, you're not to discuss this case publicly. The judge's concern was somehow that the public would be influenced and these prospective jurors would be influenced somehow.
Looks like for the moment, Judge Jackson has put that to the side. Just reading Jake Gibson's note here. You see that, Sandra, right? Stone is signing a court order about the conditions of his release. There was some argument about the beginning of the proceeding about when Stone knew about a paperback edition of a book that was being published. And then it jumps down, talking about the gag order, which would have been a violation, apparently. Yep. The judge put that aside for now and went forward with getting a schedule set, which would be November.
It would be great. I mean, the other argument that's going to be the defense attorney is going to have to think about whether or not Stone can get a fair trial and whether he should at least contemplate moving the trial to another jurisdiction. But given the publicity surrounding this case, it would be hard to imagine where they could possibly move the case.
So he's signing that new court order now. He should be leaving the courthouse shortly. You expect him to make any comments before?
Well, not at that. I'm sure that judge admonished both sides to keep quiet.
All right, let's move on to Jussie Smollett.
We're going to find out that together, aren't we? Watching that
in a few minutes. Appearing in court in Chicago. The judge will likely ask Smollett to enter a plea. The cameras will be rolling. It won't be live. We're going to get a playback of that in the courtroom. His team made the case to have the cameras rolling. Why do you think that was?
I always thought that was so foolish. I mean, frankly, you don't need cameras in the courtroom. I actually, most of my practice is in federal court where their cameras are not permitted. But when you have the cameras, you can start to become sort of a circus.
Why do you think the judge allowed it?
The judge could rule on it a bit. I probably assume that she
why did the
control
defense
it.
attorney accept it? Well, why would she argue on behalf of her client that this is a good thing, unless you're looking for more attention?
Or you're looking for some sort of circus atmosphere where she thinks that transparency, but transparency at this stage, he's going to go in. We already know, we've already foreshadowed that he's going to go in and plead not guilty. He's charged with 16 crimes.
16 felony counts. His attorneys have called prosecutorial overkill. Right now he's free on bond. He's in that courtroom now, though, and he maintains his innocence.
Oh, completely. So he'll go in, he'll plead not guilty and go beyond that. But to your point, that 16 charges, I'm sure the defense attorney is saying this is extreme. I mean, what the prosecutor has done is taken every single lie and said it was an additional count of obstruction.
In addition to that, you've got that letter that was sent through the mail, and apparently was tied back to Jussie Smollett. That's a federal case, right? Right. And that's a separate investigation other than what we're watching today.
Exactly right, because you can have parallel both state and federal charges, and they don't have to.
One could argue that's a more serious matter, could you? Or not?
Conceivably, absolutely.
I mean, you look back at the hours and the days that followed this alleged attack happening in the middle of the night, and I mean, it was an immense amount of resources thrown at this case and this investigation, tied up a lot of the police in the Chicago area. The investigation was huge. It cost a lot of money.
Well, they could seek restitution. And frankly, we've seen that. There is precedent for it, that when someone has done such extreme shenanigans like this, what he's accused of doing, they can actually get restitution for it. And it could be very considerable. I mean, there have been cases in the past that the defendant has had to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay back the county and the state for all of the
We had the attorney on for these two brothers, the bodybuilders, who apparently were in on it. They received a check for $3,500 and cashed that. Do they skate? Or could they be charged at some point?
Oh, they're going to be charged as well. I mean, these are all co-conspirators. They're going to be charged.
No chance of level of cooperation. You gave us this, and we'll give you that.
That's a great point, Bill. That's probably what they're going to do. They've already started to cooperate. So it's going to be, we'll plead guilty or plead to a lesser crime, but we'll come forward and actually testify against Smollett. It'll be really interesting. Jurors don't like that, though. Jurors look at these plea deals and say, They're incentivized. They've incentivized. They've had these plea deals. Maybe they're not really telling the truth. So it's going to be really interesting how this is all going to pan out.
We will see it in about 21 minutes, all right?
Yeah.
We'll watch it together. Thank you.
That would be
Mercedes.
awesome.
Nice to see you.